Hello everybody and welcome to the meeting. This is the town hall meeting, whether we, the people of Hootown, decide to welcome the giant corporation, the giant business, Slick Rick's Chicken Corp, into our town. As we all know, the town is facing some problems lately. Our diamond mine closed, people are out of work, children are hungry. So, tonight we will hear from, of course, you, the public, the people of Hootown, you lovely people. But we're also going to hear from an environmentalist, Mr. Jim Greenlove, sitting here right beside me. Hello, everybody. And after Mr. Greenlove, we will, of course, hear from Slick Rick himself, the owner and the operator of Slick Rick's Chicken Corp. But first, we will hear from Mr. Greenlove and what he has to say, his concerns on the environment. Thank you very much, Mr. Greenlove.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Great to be here in Hootown.
Well, us at People for Protection of Poultry have a few major concerns here about Mr. Slick Rick's chicken company here. The first would be that it's extremely detrimental to the environment, specifically the watersheds around Hootown. Have you ever heard of something called eutrophication, Mr. Mayor? Well, I didn't think so. Eutrophication is when there's an abundance of phosphorus that comes from whatever the source, but it ends up in our water. When this happens, it can cause an algal bloom, which for many reasons is bad. The first is that it deoxifies the water, taking all the oxygen away. Also, the algae can be very toxic to people and to animals. So it's not good. The algae blocks the top layer of the water, and sunlight cannot penetrate to the bottom for the grasses and such to grow on the bottom. So it just causes for terrible things for the water. The fish will die in our beautiful Lake Wonder. Lake Wonder is enjoyed by a lot of Hootown folk. So it's just I can't see these fine people wanting this, and it will happen. Trust me, because we know that Slick Rick's Chicken Corp wants to sell off the excess chicken manure to the local farmers, and as we know, there's a lot of farms around Wonder Lake Wonder, and the farmers will use the manure as fertilizer on their crops. And a lot of the plants that were growing around Hootown, they don't use a lot of phosphorus, and that means that a lot of excess phosphorus is going to flow into the lake, causing this eutrophication that I've been talking about. Really bad situation. The local fishermen, it's going to be bad for them, Also, on top of this, it's going to cause for severely inhumane conditions. We know that Slick Rick is planning on having over 500,000 chickens when he first starts up. Come on, that's not much. We've seen the building out there that they're going to put it in. It's tiny. How are they going to fit 500,000 chickens in there? It's really inhumane. It's going to cause for filthy conditions. There's going to be a big risk to the people working in Mr. Slick Rick's plant, which I'm sure a lot of you people may be if this is allowed to go through. Tuberculosis and the bird flu, they can be caused, and the workers are going to be the ones that carry the brunt of this, not Slick Rick. The environmental risks are just too great. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Mr. Greenlove, for that stunning testimony. We will now turn our attention to my right to Slick Rick himself, somewhat of a savvy businessman. He's going to pitch his corporation to us. Well, Mr. Mayor, I'd like to start off by saying a few things. Number one, who cares about a couple fish, huh? Am I right?
A couple fish at a lake. Who cares if they die? It's probably not even going to happen. Come on, are you with me here? Number two, I'm not some evil businessman coming in from out of town, gonna swoop in here and steal all your little environment away, huh? I plan on building you guys a rink, hockey rink, you know, for the youngins. I plan on building a swimming pool. You know, you guys like to swim. And I want to buy some computers for your kids, just to show you I'm not such an evil guy. You know, and I'd also like to sponsor your hockey team, your minor hockey team there. You know, I'd call it the Hootowne Clucking Greats, the hockey team. Got a little bit of a ring to it, right? You know, the other thing that's going to come on into town with me when I come and set up shop is that your chicken prices are going to go down. We all know how healthy chicken is. You guys are going to be paying next to nothing for it. And the more pressing matter is the fact that you fine folks don't have any jobs, right? The diamond mine closed, you don't got any jobs. Well, I'm here to offer you hundreds of jobs. I need hundreds of people to farm these chickens, and I need them now. So you're all going to be hired. I'm going to keep your unions that you had with the diamond mine, so don't worry about that. And I'm going to treat you like gold, you know? You're going to work for me. It's going to be great. And, you know, we're not evil anti-environmentalists either. We want to use some of this manure to make biodiesel. Now mind you, we're not going to give anything back to the town around biodiesel, but we're going to use it to run our plant, and it's a little bit more green, you know. What else? Like my opposition over here stated, I will be selling manure to the farmers. This is something you all need, you know. Manure grows crops, I got manure. You want crops, come to me, you'll get your manure. And like I said before, who cares if it goes into the lake? It's just a little bit of manure. Well, that's all about all I have to say. Thank you very much, Mr. Mayor.
Okay, thank you. Thank you both, gentlemen. Now, we're going to take some questions from you, the public. Any concerns you may have after hearing these testimonies from Mr. Greenlove and from Slick Rick himself. Yes, sir, over here. What's your problem?
Yeah, Mr. Mayor, you know, I'm a local farmer here, and I like the idea of a bit of manure coming my way for a cheap price. I don't really care about the chicken farm, and I don't really care about the people who lost their job in the diamond mine, but for me, personally, the manure sounds great. Plus, my kid goes to school, and he's writing on a typewriter. It's 2012, huh? What are we doing typewriting? We should have a computer. And Mr. Slick Rick up there says he's going to give my kid a computer. Bring on the computer. You know, also, my kid's a hockey player. He hasn't had anywhere to play hockey other than skating on old Lake Wonderful there. Wouldn't it be nice if we had a new rink? And my kid could get out there, he'd be the next Gretzky. I got no problem with it. Screw the lake, screw the fish, bring on the chicken.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you for your comments. That's definitely something that we need to consider. Anybody else? Yes, the gentleman in the second row here, yes.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Mayor, Slick Rick and Mr. Greenlove. I am a local here in Hootowne. I just have a few issues with Mr. Slick Rick moving into our town. Although the jobs would be really great, I think there's some bigger issues here. The lake's been there since before my grandfather's 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 grandfather could remember. It's a symbol of our town, and it would just be a shame to see upside down floating fish in it because of eutrophication from the phosphorus coming from the chicken plant.
So, basically what I think is we can find a cleaner industry to fill the void of the diamond mine. And I would really like it if that's what happened there. So, thank you very much, Mr. Mayor. Okay, I believe we've come to a conclusion, myself, Mr. Mayor, and the councillors of Hutown. Even though the economic benefits are great from Slick Rick Chicken Corp, the environmental cost would be just too much to handle. So we have decided that we will not allow Slick Rick's Chicken Corp into our tiny, beautiful little town. Thank you very much, and don't drink and drive.